The stock you sold in year 2 cost you a fortune by year 10. A dead man's untouched portfolio beat every trading expert. He never sold a single share, and it made him rich. The pros who kept trading fell far behind a lazy widow. His secret was one rule: buy, then never touch it. Robert Kirby turned that habit into a famous strategy. Tonight you learn the coffee can portfolio, step by step. Skip its rules, and you will keep selling your winners. The winner you sold too soon cost you 10 times your money. Kirby wrote this lesson down in 1984. Ignore it, and every crash will leave you broke. The idea is older than Wall Street itself. Out in the Old West, people had no bank nearby, so they dropped their valuables into a coffee can. They hid the can under the mattress and forgot it. No fees, no trading, no nervous second-guessing. Whatever went in simply stayed, for years and years. Some cans sat sealed for 30 or 40 years. The trader who kept digging his up stayed broke. Each dig cost him fees, taxes, and his best gains. Decades later, the can often held a small fortune. Kirby saw the same magic hiding in the stock market. The market punishes those who cannot leave things alone. The habit that quietly ruins savers is constant tinkering. Buffett has held some stocks for over 30 years. The trades he never made saved him from ruin. Here is the true story that inspired the whole idea. In the 1950s, Kirby managed a woman's investments. Kirby was a respected advisor at a big firm. He bought and sold for her carefully for years. Her husband quietly watched every move Kirby made. The husband secretly copied only Kirby's buy orders, but he ignored every single sell order Kirby gave. He just bought the same stocks and never sold one. For over 20 years, he added shares and waited. The sell orders that cost Kirby dearly, the husband ignored. He put each purchase away like a coin in a can. By the 1960s, the quiet pile had grown huge. The advisor who kept trimming stayed far poorer. Then years later, the husband suddenly died. When Kirby opened the dead man's accounts, he was stunned. The portfolio held far more than $1 million. The untouched portfolio dwarfed the one Kirby managed. Doing nothing had beaten years of careful trading. The widow was far richer than active management left her. The reason was hidden in a few enormous winners. The stock that made him rich had grown 100-fold. Just one holding outweighed all the others combined. One tiny buy had quietly grown to over $800,000. A stake near $5,000 had become a fortune. That one stock alone outweighed the entire rest. Kirby had trimmed that same winner in his own accounts. The sell that cost his client a fortune felt smart at the time. His careful trading had quietly left money on the table. His selling had quietly cost his client a fortune. The lazy husband simply let his winners run wild. One untouched stock beat 20 years of expert trades. The experts traded constantly and still went nowhere. Here is the lesson that can quietly make you rich. A few huge winners drive almost all long-term gains. Most stocks do little. A handful do everything. The winner that made the fortune was one stock in 30. Trim it early, and the whole fortune vanishes. Cut those winners early, and you cut your own fortune. The habit that quietly bankrupts patient savers is trimming. Every sell ticket is a chance to kill a future giant. The sale that ruined a saver killed a future 10-bagger. Selling winners early is how patient savers go broke slowly. Buffett says his favorite holding period is forever. Fees and taxes on each trade slowly bleed you dry. Buffett says his best move is often to do nothing. Munger calls sitting still the hardest, richest skill. The coffee can forces you to simply leave winners alone. But a coffee can only works if you fill it correctly. Put the wrong stock inside, and you go quietly broke. The fad that wiped out savers looked unstoppable at first. It doubled, then collapsed and left its owners broke. So here are the 3 rules for what belongs in the can. Rule 1. Only buy a business you would keep for 10 years. Imagine the market closes tomorrow for a full decade. Would you still be happy to own this exact business? If the answer is no, it never enters the can. Would you hold it if the market shut for 10 years? The stock that ruined careful savers failed this first rule. Rule 2. Choose durable compounders, not fragile fads. A fad can double, then collapse and wipe you out. A durable brand quietly grows for 30 years or more. The brand that made owners rich survived 5 recessions. The fragile fad beside it wiped out everyone. Buffett fills his can with businesses built to last. Rule 3. Pick stocks you will not be tempted to touch. The enemy is not the market, it is your own itch. Every itch to trade is a threat to your fortune. The itch that bankrupts investors feels like caution. Munger says the big money is in the waiting. The investor who could not wait went broke restless. Choose calm businesses that let you sleep and wait. Now here is the hardest part of the whole method. The rule that ruins most investors is selling too soon. Watching a winner soar makes you desperate to cash out. Taking a quick profit feels safe and smart. But that quick profit caps your gain forever. The 10-bagger you sold at double haunts you for decades. A stock up 2 times can still rise 50 times more. Kirby's client kept a stock that grew 100-fold. The share that cost $1,000 became $100,000. Sell it at $3,000, and you bury your own fortune. Sell it early, and you turn a fortune into pocket change. The coffee can removes the temptation entirely. You cannot fumble a winner you refuse to touch. Patience, not cleverness, is what makes owners rich. The dead husband proved it with a single dusty can. Consider how the math quietly favors doing nothing. A stock that compounds at 15% doubles in 5 years. Leave it 20 years, and it grows more than 16-fold. Sell in year 5, and you lose that 16-fold future. Sell and rebuy, and taxes shave that giant down. Each trade quietly costs you years of compounding. 10 trades a year can erase a decade of gains. Fees and taxes quietly bankrupt the busy trader. The lazy owner keeps every link of that chain intact. That is why the widow's can crushed the experts. Guess the biggest mistake coffee can investors still make. They crack the can open the moment fear strikes. The panic that wiped out savers hit at the very bottom. One panic sell in a crash can ruin 20 years of gains. Buffett bought in 2008 while the fearful went broke. The panicked seller never recovered his losses. The business recovered. The seller stayed poor. Fear, not the market, is what leaves them broke. Pick one stock you would truly keep for 10 years. Put it in a mental can and refuse to sell it. Comment which business you would seal away for a decade. The stock you would never sell is the one to keep. The one you itch to sell is the one that ruins you. Buy quality, then leave the can shut for 10 years. Let a few huge winners run without ever trimming them. Only stock the can with businesses built to last. Every sell ticket risks killing your future fortune. A dead man proved patience beats every clever trade. The stock you sold in year 2 still cost you by year 10. This story comes straight from Kirby and the Investing Classics. They are linked below, free to read with the Audible trial. Send this to the friend who thinks constant trading builds wealth. If this method calmed your trading itch, a like spreads it. Subscribe, and each day brings one more skill the pros guard. The stock you sold in year 2 cost you a fortune by year 10. Tomorrow you choose A. Reading an earnings call like Munger, or B. Mrs. B's furniture empire.